Arsenal, a team once considered invincible. A team showered in the glory of England. But in recent times, the team has become a perennial punchline.
That's how angry he is.
No. How far you want to go back? No, let's talk about it.
What happened? Well, this career mode is about returning Arsenal to glory by any means necessary.
We are Arsenal Anonymous. We're actually not affiliated with the hacker group Anonymous, just a group of Arsenal fans that are so embarrassed from not winning the league in so long that we would like to remain anonymous. We are coming to you today in order to incite change at Arsenal Football Club. The owner, Stan Kroenke, has to go. His infatuation with the top four and stinginess on transfers has cost Arsenal world-class players and possible silverware. He does not truly care for Arsenal, as he runs multiple sports franchises in America as if they were common businesses. Arsenal is just another prize cow that Kroenke has been milking for years. This can no longer stand, and it won't, because we know his dirty little secret. We, at Arsenal Anonymous, are releasing multiple documents showing that Kroenke has been dodging American taxes by hiding funds in offshore accounts. Funds that he used to purchase majority control over Arsenal Football Club. I trust that the American government can take it from here. We are Arsenal Anonymous, and we are watching. Also, Tim, I know you're watching this. Give me back my fucking Game of Thrones DVDs. Asshole.
Breaking news coming in here. The American sports mogul Stan Kroenke has been found guilty of multiple accounts of tax evasion and now is being forced to liquidate all assets, including his majority shares of Arsenal Football Club. It is already rumored that his rival, Alisher Usmanov, the 37th richest man in the world, according to Forbes, has bought out Stan's stake and is now majority owner and controller of Arsenal Football Club. He is said to be meeting with the manager Arsene Wenger as we speak.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Ah, Arsene, come here, comrade. It is nice to finally meet you. It's great, and let me be the first to tell you that I have known for years that cheap and greedy American has been hamstringing you, for all these seasons. But he was a stupid American. I mean, come on. They call it soccer over there. What could he really know about football? Oui, he was a stupid American. Ah, yes. Under my regime, you will have much more financial freedom. I bought this team for a reason, and I want to make a statement. Oh, excellent. I have just the Frenchman in mind. He is the greasy Griezmann. Ah, yes, Griezmann. I know this man. He do the hotline bling at the Euros. Whatever funds you need to get him or any other player, just ask. But one thing, you must sign my favorite player from Russia, Igor Denisov. He played defensive midfielder. He gave team good, strong Russian spine. Of course. Oh, and one more thing. My money, it comes with a price. I expect results immediately. If you lose, I'll kill you. Ah, just kidding, comrade. Come here. But seriously, you better win. Well, guys, I told you I was going to be more experimental in this career mode. So if you guys did go ahead and like those cutscenes, go ahead and smash out a like right here. Can we get 200 likes for the first episode of this, I guess, story mode, career mode that I'm going to be doing on? And I want to know your guys' opinion. Did you guys enjoy those cutscenes? Did you think it was too much? Vote in the poll that I'm going to be putting up right here. I want to know your guys' input. But if you did enjoy, remember to hit that like button. And guys, if you're new here, I'm thinking that maybe doing Arsenal could bring in a couple of new faces here. Remember to subscribe because we are going to be doing storyline career modes from here on out in FIFA 16, and it's definitely going to be a thing in FIFA 17. So guys, go ahead and do that right here. Now we're getting into it, ladies and gents. We are returning Arsenal to glory in this career mode. I painstakingly gone through and actually done all these summer transfers. I don't know if I've gotten like every little one, you know, like for Middlesbrough or something, but all the big ones are here. Zlatan Pogba over at Manchester United, you know, Leroy Sané, Gundogan over at City, and of course all the Arsenal ones are in. Wilshere's out, Callum Wilson is out, Granit Xhaka is in, and of course, you know, the other big ones in Mustafi and Perez are also in. So without further ado, let's go ahead, let's get into it. Let's return Arsenal to glory, guys. Alright, so we heard Usmanov and Arsene Wenger talking earlier, so let's go ahead and get into the two transfer targets they gave us. First off is, of course, Antoine Griezmann. He had a phenomenal Euros with France, and of course he could, you know, be a decent link-up, if not a replacement, you know, probably better than Giroud. So let's go ahead and go in for him. We got the money to go ahead and pursue him. So let's see if we can make this happen. They went 35 to 41 mil of our transfer budget, which is about 80. If we go through the squad, we have a lot. We have almost too many wingers, so maybe we can leverage a player that we have in the squad. Of course, it is updated. As you can see, we have Mustafi in here. We are going to have Granit Xhaka in here and all those guys. So let's go ahead and see who do we want in this type of position. Or we could even leverage Perez, who is on the squad. Of course, that wouldn't be too realistic because we just brought him in. But let's see. Joel Campbell would go for 5. Let's see who else is in here who we could possibly sell. Maybe go Walcott. I know a lot of people, you know, a lot of the Arsenal faithful aren't too happy with him, and he can go for 12.5 million. I think I might have to go ahead and do this. Let's see if they want that. Walcott in 30 million for Antoine Griezmann. That can't do, you know, well, that's a good starting one. All right, so we got Griezmann going. We got that one cooking. The next one is we have to go ahead and get Usman's favorite player, who is Igor Denisov, I believe, if we spell his name right. He's 31 years old, so he's not exactly a spring chicken, but he does have the leader trait as well as I believe long passer. He's pretty damn solid. If we go ahead and we take a look at his stats on FIFA right now, he's got great. You know, he's a solid CDM. He's a guy that you can bring in late in a match when endurance is low, and he'll run down opponents, and he's got the leadership trait. I don't really know what the leadership trait does, but, you know, Arsenal is a team that's been needing leadership for a while, so why not bring in this veteran presence, this strong Russian steel, and see if it can go ahead and have a positive impact with the team. We don't know exactly how much he would cost. He's 31, so he can't be that expensive. He's worth 6.5 million. Once again, let's see if we can leverage a player in here that we're probably not going to use all too much. Actually, not too many people I want to get rid of. I'll hold on to El Neni for now. I think he can develop into a half-decent player. Let's go ahead and get this guy, Christian Billionaire. So we're just going to pretty much pay full price on the noggin for here. Let's try a cheeky bid of about 3.4. and see if they'll nibble on that one. Alright, now that we're done with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the squad, look at the depth, see where, you know, we need to strengthen, see where I like. Obviously, you know, the main man of the show, Ozil, is sticking with us. He's gonna, you know, be orchestrating everything, and in this kind of modified 4-4-1-1. Giroud up top, we already know a lot of people don't really like him. He's not, you know, my type of striker either, but he could be good depth if we do end up bringing in Griezmann and maybe adding another player in here. Remember, we do have the newly transferred in Perez over here. If we go ahead and take a look at his stats, he's a little bit quicker. He's got not as good strength though. Let's take a look at his finishing. They're about the same finishing, but Perez has better, you know, curve, dribbling, about the same ball control, and does not have as good heading accuracy or shot power. And let's go ahead and take a look at their height. So Giroud is a target man through and through, 6'4", but Perez ain't all too bad either, and he has 4-star skill moves and is 5'11". He can probably head in a few, and he's left-footed, so not all too bad. Not all too bad. We'll definitely, we got decent enough striker depth here. We also have, the speeder Danny Welbeck. He is, a little bit injury prone, but he's quite tall at 6'1" as well, and a pretty nice, good mix there. Now, the other main guy we're definitely holding on to, and I cannot wait to use, is, of course, Alexis Sanchez. Apparently, he's a left winger, so let's go ahead and get him over on that left wing. And look at that, phenomenal pace, stamina, good enough strength, acceleration, agility, all this really lovely. Oh, look at that, dark greens in finishing and ball control and dribbling, shot power. He's a beast. He's going to be beast. 4-star. It's good. He can play on both sides. Definitely a guy that we want. Let's see the guys behind him, though. We have Danny Welbeck. We have the Ox, who's good but inconsistent. And, of course, we have Walcott, who we're probably going to move on from. Iwobi is a good youngster that I definitely want to hang on to and develop. He's amazing in real life, but is he good enough to really contend in this first season? Who are we going to play opposite of Alexis Sanchez? That is going to be kind of a big question we need to answer in this transfer window. For now, I'm going to put an Ox there, but as you can see, we have other options. Ramsey isn't, doesn't really have enough pace to play really far out wide. Joel Campbell, Arsene doesn't ever really seem to use him. I'll probably put him on the transfer list, and try to ship him out. Now, at the right back position, we have a phenomenal youngster, a guy that we can use right out of the box in Hector Bellerin. The issue is we have absolutely no one behind him. Remember, we transferred out Callum Chambers in this one for the sake of realism. So yeah, there's pretty much no one behind him. We definitely need to find a right back there. Center backs, I think we're pretty good. We have Koscielny and Mustafi, if I can actually get over there. And then as backup, we have Mertesacker as well as Gabriel. I think Gabriel is good enough, in game. He's got pretty well balanced stats, good enough physicals. But Mertesacker, I kind of want to move on and get someone, who's young and has high potential. And for that, I'm going to put in my first vote right here. Who do you guys want me? I want you guys involved. Who do you guys think I should bring in for Mertesacker over here, the meat sack? These are my 3 choices that I want to get. I'm thinking 3 youngsters. Since he is German, I'm thinking, my mind naturally wandered over to the Bundesliga, and this man right here, Niklas Süle, he's kind of the same mold of a Mertesacker, just absolutely towering, immense strength, really tall, is going to win everything in there when it comes to hitter, but he's better physically. He's not exactly the paciest center back, but he's got, compared to Mertesacker, he looks like Usain Bolt out there. Very much phenomenal. Now, another center back in the Bundesliga is the American John Anthony Brooks. Had an absolutely phenomenal summer with Team USA at the Copa America, and he's just getting better every single day. A good young developmental guy that we can go ahead and bring in. Pacey enough, strong enough, tall enough. He ticks all the marks. As long as we can, as long as we can round him out, he could be a very good centerpiece in this defense. And the last one is one that's kind of logical. He's young, he's French, he's a center back. Aymeric Laporte. Links have been, the Arsene French connection. You guys already know the deal. So those are your 3 choices. Go ahead and vote in the poll right now. And whoever goes ahead and wins that vote is the one that we're going to go ahead and try to bring in the next episode. And moving on to the left back position, Monreal is a pretty good left back in real life, and we have good coverage in Gibbs behind him. But the issue is that Monreal is getting up there in age, 29 years old, and as you can see right there, even though he has decent stamina, the speed of 75 and the acceleration of 79 just isn't going to cut it in the Prem. I'm sorry, there are too many pacey strikers, too many pacey wingers that are going to be attacking him, and even if he has good stamina, he's just going to get run ragged. If he gets beat, he's not going to have the makeup speed. So I think we're going to go ahead and have to look for someone to go ahead and replace him. Now, this one I'm not totally sure, because it's kind of a win now mentality. Usmanov really sounded as if he might actually murder us and, bury us in the Siberian tundra if we don't get some silverware this year. So it's kind of a toss-up how we go at the left back position. We could go young with this guy right here, Fuka Masuaka. I'm probably butchering that name, so I'm just going to call him the Motherfuka over here. And as you can see, he's pretty good pace, pretty good strength, pretty good all-round stats for a left back, but not fully developed. He's going to take maybe a year or 2 to fully season into a good, fully on developed left back. Now here's the other guy that I was thinking about, Miguel Leon. Now he is a fully formed product. At 27 years old, the left back, the Mexican left back right here, has excellent stamina. At 87, has the engine trait, early crosser, long shot taker trait, technical dribbler, has good enough sprint speed, good enough acceleration, and very well balanced stance both defensively and offensively. I think he could really fit into this attacking system, overlapping with Sanchez out on the left. And the last option right here is a Frenchman, an oldie, but a goodie right here. No, it is not Patrice Evra. It is Benoit Tremanolas. Probably butchering that as well, but he's got 90 stamina, great dark greens and all the movement stats, and he's got good crossing, short passing, and the early crosser trait. He's actually better defensively than Land, but he's going to be a little bit more expensive than Land, and he is older. So those are your three choices. We're going to have another poll here. I want you guys really involved. Who do you guys think that we should be bringing in the left back position to replace Monreal? Alright, so while I wait for your guys' votes to go ahead and get in for the other transfers, I do want to go ahead and try to find a player that is truly special, one that is up to the task of playing across the field from Alexis Sanchez, and I think I found him in the young Portuguese winger Gelson Martins, playing for Sporting CP, of course. Very famously, a Portuguese winger came through the Arsenal training facilities, and we were a little bit too cheap to actually sign him, that man being, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo. He, of course, went on to sign for, another team, but in this one, we're not going to make that same mistake. We are going to try to find the next Cristiano Ronaldo, the next great Portuguese winger in this career mode, and we're going to go ahead and try to bring in Mr. Gelson Martins. Now, I think this is an easy buoy. We've had this player for a very long time, and Arsene Wenger just never really gives him a shot. He just doesn't really fancy him, so I think that we should go ahead and put Joel Campbell on the chopping block right here and going for Gelson Martins. If we take a look at Gelson Martins' stats here on SoFIFA.com, you can see that he is absolutely blistering. 90s in acceleration, sprint speed, and agility and balance. Absolutely tremendous. Stamina a little bit low, but that is something that we can train up. And what's great about his movement speeds being that high already is that you could just go right into the hardcore gold tradings to get him up, because he's not going to get all that much higher. And with a value of 7 million to start off with, let's see if we can go ahead and put Campbell, and 3 million. He would be an incredible steal and a potential of 87. Some guy that could be, that special player that can be the difference in close matches. But you're gonna have to see if we get Gelson Martins. You're gonna have to see if we, can get the Greasy Griezmann in the next episode of this Arsenal storyline career mode, because that is pretty much gonna be wrapping it up. Remember to go ahead and vote, guys, for all of it. I want you guys involved in multiple ways. First, I want you guys to be voting, to see which, fullback I should be bringing in, to see, what center back should I be replacing, Mertesacker with, and I want you guys involved with the storyline. Go ahead, leave a hashtag down below, hashtag suggestion down below, to see what do you want to go ahead and see. And if you get to use, we will feature, your comment at the end of the episode that we go ahead and use that suggestion. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy, go ahead and take your hard erect nipple and smush it hard right into that like button. My name's B-Minus. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Remember, stay yourself, stay humble, be weird.